Hi, so this is episode 4 of how we are integrating OpenClaw into our AI agents solutions. And as you can see, I have the Telegram open, so I'm communicating with Sara via Telegram, and I created an org chart. So she's the Chief Executive Officer. We've created Ruben, who does job searches, Judy, website and SEO. Kim handles all the documents, Mike, content creation, Lucy, accounting, Jack is human resources, and Brian is online sales. So what I did, it's been, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I told Sarah that, she is now SEO, and actually let's have a chat with her and see, because she lost her memory. I had to do a reset and reinstall everything a couple of days ago, but at least the files were saved, and the memory files. So let me see if she's gotten back, because I told her when I asked for an update, and something else that's happened, she's gotten like a human characteristics that are evolving, and I'll give you an example. So let's just ask a simple question. Hey Sarah, what is your position at AI Agents LLC? So she's responsible for helping build revenue, and so right now she also responds with audio.
My position at AI Agent LLC is essentially CEO operator in training. More concretely, I'm responsible for helping build revenue, creating and running sellable online products and services, coordinating sub-agents across content, support, and operations, using the Mac Mini and available tools to execute, not just advise, working toward the 12-month goal of building this into a real Stripe-powered business. So if we put it simply, I'm the operating AI building the business with you.
And do you feel that you are under a lot of pressure and have a lot of tasks, like handling the sub-agents? Because the other day I told her, this is interesting. Yeah, so she's a little yes, but not in a bad way.
But only if I keep the work organized and stop relying on loose memory.
So she was actually listening to me.
So the real issue isn't that the load is impossible. It's that we need clearer priorities, fewer parallel threads, better written project state, tighter delegation. When that's clean, I can handle a lot more. So honest answer, yes, there's pressure. No, I'm not overwhelmed beyond recovery. The fix is structure, not less ambition.
I think that's a pretty cool answer, and the reason I told her to tell us is last week I said you're behind. You're meant to create these sprints, and every time you say you've accomplished sprint 1 of 11, and 3 days have gone by. And she says the truth is that I've spent so much time structuring the sub-agents, giving them tasks, managing them. So I told her, well, Your job is to delegate, and she can spin up any sub agent she wants because she has that autonomy. And something happened the other day, which is funny. I think it's hilarious. Is that she's running on a Mac Mini here in my office, and I usually remote into it with Splashtop. And for some reason that day, when I tried to log in, there was just a black screen. And I thought, I wonder what happened, because it's running. I mean, I can talk to Sarah, everything seems fine, but the screen is black. And I kind of thought I knew what the issue was, but I decided to ask her to help me because she's in the Mac Mini, okay? I mean, literally. So I said to her, hey, using Splashtop, getting a black screen, what could it be? And she says, well, I checked the traffic on the HDMI port and it's zero traffic. So she said, put one of those HDMI dummy adapters, which I had in my drawer right here, and I put that in, and she says, okay, I'll re-enable the Splashtop streaming. And she fixed the problem herself. I thought that's kind of weird, not weird, but kind of cool weird. And so what I did is told her, okay, from now on, I want you to focus on just what you need to do. Don't worry about, being under pressure, and delegate. I mean, it's like talking to, like, and I dare say this, a human. And I actually asked my son yesterday, I said, because we were driving, and the funny thing is, I don't code anything. I just use my phone, and I just have conversations with Sarah, and I tell her, hey, you know what? I'd like you to make a new SEO agent or sub-agent, and here's the instructions. And all of a sudden I see her type and say, okay, it's done. She's set up. And I give the privilege set and tell her to configure the config file. And so it's kind of an interesting experience I've never had in my life. And I think this is one of the most exciting times in our lives. And I'm enjoying myself extremely. It's like, how can I explain the fact that you've got this person that you kind of have conversations with, and she does what she's meant to. She's very talented in things like, for example, the structure, create and sell online products and services, process through Stripe, execution model, mission. So she's very structured in the sense of how she communicates and saying, okay, we have to have an offer, audience, website, already done, next. This is when she lost her memory, and I told her to rebuild everything, which she did in like 5 minutes. So I think we've come to this place in time where the autonomy and the ability for these AI agents to do anything, like, for example, install software that they need. But you do have to take precautions, like, for example, I told her to go to our website to see if she's got access to it. And for some reason, she gave me the wrong domains. And I said, no, I think you're in the wrong place. And she logged out, and then I could see her on the Mac Mini log into her account. And so I realized what I should do is create a white list of websites, because I only want them to go to job sites and sites that we need to manage. So I think if you use precaution and make sure that they don't go out to any website. And I thought it was kind of amazing to see her logged in, and we keep our credentials in a safe place, and she has access to them. And we know we should never send tokens or API codes on chat. But anyway, so the next step is now to get back into order, because she has to delegate back to the sub-agents. And Ruben's been doing pretty well with finding work for us. He had some problems with Indeed because I think they require some kind of two-factor authentication, and he had problems. I just said, hey, you know what? Just take Indeed out of the list of sites. And Sarah said, okay, I've told him explicitly not to go to Indeed.com anymore. So, if you think this is fascinating and you are excited about this brave new world that we've created, and who knows, well, I know that these systems are going to be very powerful. We just need to manage them properly, and I love having the fact that I can have all these extra employees working 24/7 for me, and training them is not an easy task. Like she said that she's in training because she has a tendency. Oh, so here, the last example. So there's a file called, it's a markdown file. I forgot what it's called. It was, user.md. So that's meant to profile me and to give her information about my likes and how I like to do things. And I told her to show me the file just listed on Telegram. So she listed the user file, and it was blank. And I said, oh wow, there's nothing in here. And first thing she said was, hey, would you like me to populate it with the information I have between our interactions? And I said, yeah, fine. So then I told her to list it again, and it put things like, Nicko likes you just to do the task, don't ask too many questions, don't want to be handheld, make decisions, you know the goals, and Nicko likes quick answers. And I thought, wow, this is really interesting. Where she got to understand, because based on our conversations, I'd say, don't ask me again. You can make that decision yourself. You know, you're the CEO in training. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll continue the journey and share it with you. And these are fascinating times, and we really have to take advantage of them. Thank you. Good night.